Today we are going to talk about how to create and make a band ring. We're going to go through the beginning portion of the process. First, what I just want to show you is I want to show you what you would have done prior to making this band ring. You would have designed your ring. This is an example of a student's designs that they created, and it shows on the very top, it shows them attempting different design combinations. The shaded areas is what would be cut away and removed from the band ring. The bottom portion is the one that they chose, and also with the texture in it. So this is what you would end up starting with. Once you're complete with this, then you would start the process of making. We'll talk about the actual design process later, but I do want to walk you through the making part first. So once you've done that, you are going to need a piece of paper. You're going to need some scissors. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut a strip off of the piece of paper to size your finger. It doesn't have to be necessarily that long, but it does have to be pretty narrow. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece of paper and you're going to wrap it around your finger like so. Once you've got it wrapped around the finger that you want to measure, you are going to cut through both layers like so. And when you open it up, you will notice that you'll have two cuts. And at that point, you will cut this excess off right here and this excess off right here. And now you have a strip of paper that is your exact finger size. So the next step is to cut the ring blank. This is the ring blank. What I would do is I would take this and I would cut this with the shear so that the ring blank is the exact size of your finger. Once that's done and you've received your ring blank, you are ready to transfer your design onto the top of that. So you'll need a piece of tape. So what we do is we take a piece of masking tape and we set it on top of the ring blank. And we either rip the edges off or we fold the edges down over. It doesn't matter. So that we have that paper right, or that tape right up next to the edge. So that basically the entire ring blank is covered with tape. Once that's covered with tape, we would then transfer our design onto the ring blank. Now, all depending on what design we want, we would draw that on with pencil. After it's drawn on, this is my design. You would bring that design to me, and I would go over top of it with marker if I approved it. Sometimes I need to shorten the shapes. Sometimes I need to make the shapes a little wider. It depends. I just want to make sure that you have enough ring blank left here in the center. If it gets too narrow and too thin, it could get brittle. So I want to make sure you have enough there. Now, once this is done, you are ready to start sawing at this point. And we're going to saw all these shapes out. Okay, now I have my saw frame. I've got my saw blade. I've got my bench pin inside the bench slot. And I've got my ring ready to saw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my blade inside the saw frame, compress it, tighten it, check it, make sure that it is loaded properly. Now I'm ready to saw. Remember that you want the bench pin to be off your right shoulder if you're right-handed and off of your left shoulder if you're left-handed. I'm right-handed, so it is off my left shoulder. I'm going to saw right along that edge. When I get to the edge of that, I want to go to the edge of the bench pin so I don't slide through and hit my finger.
Then I saw the rest of these out.
Now I have all of my small shapes cut out, and I'm ready to remove the tape. Now at this point, I'm ready to start filing my edges.